Cuts back to the left of the 10. Breaks a tackle to the 5. Kyler Murray with a touchdown run. It's a 3-touchdown day for Higgs. Picked off by Baker. Peterson got that one. Fuller with the pick of Brady. One-handed catch and a touchdown. To intercept is Jalen Ramsey. Right on cue. Come on, yo, let's go. Malcolm Brown, his second touchdown of the night. Kyler Murray to Christian Kirk to the end zone. Caught by Robert Woods. Throws him down at the 15. Aaron Donald cannot be contained.
Miraculous! It's Murray magic!
Yeah, Rams, Cardinals, that's our Total Access Game of the Week. And here's how the Cardinals offense compares to the Rams defense. So Arizona is a solid top 10 offense, but check their total yards per game. They ran second in the league in that metric. But so does the Rams defense. LAC is also top 5 in points per game, sacks, and big plays. Michael Robinson and LaDainian Tomlinson back with me now to chop this up. All right, guys, both the Rams and the Cardinals looking to get back into the win column. LT, the Cardinals offense not clicking like they were earlier this season, and they're going up against a good Rams defense. What have you seen from Kyler Murray and company lately?
Well, they need to do better on first and second down, MJ. A lot of times when you're looking at this team, I feel like they have a lot of empty plays. And what that means is simply on first down, they just run the ball just to run it. And so sometimes they'll find themselves in 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8, and then they try to throw the ball, and Kyler Murray is under pressure. He has to throw the ball away. Now you're looking at 3rd and long, and no team wants to live in 3rd and long. Earlier in the year, they were running the ball a little bit more effective. Kyler was running it more, but what teams are doing now is containing Kyler, and they're blitzing him a little bit more. So the Arizona Cardinals, the coaching staff, Cliff Kingsbury, they got to do a better job of creating better plays, being a little bit more creative on first and second down, and getting the ball out of Kyler's hands, giving him somewhere to throw the football when they get blitzed, especially this week against the Rams.
Yeah, LT, they definitely have to have an answer, because Kyler Murray in this run game, they were a lot better earlier in the football season. But I'm going to go to the other side of the football. I'm going to go to their defense. And when you're playing this Los Angeles Rams offense, they're about play action. So you have to have linebackers that do a great job at transition and see the run. Oh, it's not a run, transition, and get back in space. And I don't know if there's a better linebacker in space right now, and this kid is young, than rookie linebacker Isaiah Simmons out of Clemson. I mean, you look at this kid right here. First of all, he engages the running back, makes sure that Cam Newton isn't running the football, gets rid of the running back, and has the wherewithal and speed to run down Cam Newton, one of the most elusive quarterbacks in the National Football League. And then, of course, he's hype about it. Hey, yeah, look at me. You know how that gets down in the National Football League. And then you look at here, he's in man coverage on the running back in the A gap right here. And then he's going to wrap around where it looks like he's going to blitz. But actually, we call this green dogging, where you're in man coverage, but in actuality, when your guy blocks, then you go and you finish off the quarterback. And there you see him finishing Russell Wilson, who, again, is an MVP candidate. But what I talked about earlier was being able to play in space. Sometimes when you get linebackers and defensive linemen and things like that in space, they aren't very good at space. You look at right here on this play, they have everybody covered deep, but again, the underneath coverage has their eyes on Russell Wilson. And this is what I love about Isaiah Simmons. He gets to the football, creates leverage, and then attacks in space. This is not a guy that doesn't know what to do when he's in space, and I think he's like the future of what defenders will look like, okay? Okay, being able to play on the outside, being able to play on the inside, be able to rush the quarterback. He already has 2 sacks. This kid is a star in the making. I'm looking at, for this game on Sunday, his ability to be able to transition and how he plays in space. He might even get an interception.
Ooh, see, I love that you mentioned that, Emrod, because obviously we know what the Rams defense can do, but don't sleep on a guy like Simmons. All right, guys, thanks. Let's take a look at how the NFC West standings are looking like as we close out Week 12. Seahawks first place in the division at 8-3 after the win last night. The Rams right behind them, though, with the Cardinals following suit, and then the Niners there just kind of buzzing at everybody, telling them to be careful once again. Let's bring in all-pro prognosticator D'Angelo Hall and work through some of how this division will play out, D. Hall. All right, so let's go through, first up, the remaining schedules for the Seahawks, Rams, and Cardinals. Let's start with the Seahawks. How do you see the rest of their schedule playing out? They start with the Giants and the Jets.
Yeah, Giants and the Jets. So you got to think that the Seattle Seahawks are going to come away with 2 wins versus both of those opponents. So let's go ahead and get them wins, MJ. And then they got my Washington football team. That's going to be a tough game. You know, I think Washington's defense has played a whole lot better, but the problem is still that offense and trying to keep up with Russell Wilson. I give Seattle another W, even though it pains my heart to do that.
Ooh, okay, I see you. You know, this Rams game is always a flag for me, right? Because let's not forget that the Seahawks right now, 2-5 versus McVay. So since 2017, how they roll here. However, I do think that they will win this game, D. Hall. Let's talk about the Niners, too. This Niners game.
I'm with you on that.
They are getting guys back healthy, putting people on notice, D. Hall. What are you thinking against the San Francisco 49ers? I think it's one of those games you can't sleep on them.
Yeah, that's a division opponent in the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan. You best believe they're going to need this game late in the season. So I'm giving the 49ers the win in this game, giving Seattle the loss.
I agree with you there. We're right on par. All right, let's move on to the Rams here. First of their remaining games is right up against the Cardinals.
Yeah, and, you know, when you see the Cardinals, they still play the Cardinals twice in the season. I got them splitting it. I'm going to give them a W in this first meeting. The Cardinals, like you've said in this segment before, they're struggling a little bit. Kyler Murray, for some reason, just doesn't seem to, well, he's kind of been discovered a little bit. Defenses are starting to figure out what to do with him. And then you got the New England Patriots. This could be a tough game, MJ. What do you think?
Okay, D-Hall, this is the one I have highlighted because I think this could be an upset. You know why? Bill Belichick. We know what he can do, and he's sort of figured out how to take down Kyler and the Cardinals. Don't be surprised if he does that against the Rams. I think that New England could win that game, so I'm going to give the Rams the L on that. What about the next one?
Yeah, you're right. I think he will stop that run game. Yeah, then you got the Jets, right? You got to probably think the Rams are going to win that football game. They already got the loss against Seattle. And then I got them losing to the Cardinals. Like I said, I feel like the Rams will split that series with the Cardinals, division opponents. That makes them 9-7. So now let's pop on over to the Cardinals. And, you know, they got that loss against the Rams. You look at the Giants. I have Arizona winning that game against the Giants, winning the game against Philly.
Right, low-hanging fruit.
And then you got the San Francisco 49ers again.
Listen,
who do you like?
I really like the Niners in this one. You know why? Because this is Week 16. They could be fighting for that playoff spot. It's going to be a really tough game. And these two teams, when they go at it, always electric, always fighting. I think the Niners here are really going to put up a fight, and I think they will give the Cardinals a loss in that game, D-Hall.
Yeah, you're right, MJ. And you look at it, and you look at this NFC West. I predicted it early in the season that all 4 teams would make the playoffs. 49ers kind of letting us down a little bit, but you see it. I think 3 teams from the NFC West make the playoffs.
All right, well, right now we have the Seahawks taking the division at 12-4, but I do remember that prediction from the beginning of the year. We're keeping receipts, D-Hall. Thank you. All right, for a Hall of Fame running back like LaDainian Tomlinson, a game like the Browns and Titans is nothing short of an early Christmas present. Coming up next, LT is going to answer the age-old question, who has the edge when an unstoppable